Ekurhuleni contributes 23.1% to the economy of Gauteng and 8.1% to the national economy. The mayor of Ekurhuleni Mzwandile Masina has said that a university should be built as the metro had a lot of young people who are uneducated and have a low skills base, and that a new university in the area could address those needs. Dr. Xhakaza, the Ekurhuleni MMC for Finance and Economic Development, joins me in studio now. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News. Best case scenario, how long will this university take to build and be realized from the idea that it is now to students actually registering and it working?
Yeah, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. And I think firstly as a city, we're quite excited that last week we had an opportunity to host a symposium, a university symposium, where we brought together, panels of experts in the field of education, including students, of course, and young people. And really was for us to table the feasibility study, that we begin to put together. And to answer your question, I think where we are, our intention is that at least by the end of term for the current administration, we should have a proper business case with clear funding and clear, roadmap, for the university.
Just people who don't know when your end of term is?
That will be, 5 years by 2020, 2021.
Okay, is this going to be a public university or private one?
We're looking at various delivery mechanisms. And really the call is to get all the stakeholders, business community, the activists in the education sector to come together and work with us, because we've identified a need. And we think the national coffers might, at this stage, if you look at the fees must fall and so forth, there might be too much demand, but we're looking at, the type of private, public, type of a partnership that will ensure that we get the right funding to actually build and also get this university to run. What we've noted is that currently within the economy of Ekurhuleni, business and industry, they, contribute significantly to education through running their own academics. You can, look at various, companies that exist who run, skills program, either in engineering or in sciences, including some of the tourism program that are running. And we think if we're able to pull all those investment together, it should be possible. And what we're quite excited is out of the workshop that we've actually held, the presence of investors and the current players even today who are very excited about this call, and they think that this is the right call, and they are willing to actually contribute towards the realization of this noble call.
Mm-hmm. I've read that the estimated cost of building such a university is about 5 to 6 billion rand. You've spoken about the pressures that are going to be there on the fiscus because of things like fees must fall, and the call for free education. So do you see that money coming from those investors that you've just spoken about, and perhaps the Ekurhuleni itself?
Already we can track within the city a number of, curriculum or programs that are being run, and we think it should be possible, because when we quantify it out of the feasibility study, it should be possible to actually pull together, the amount of money required, and out of this university symposium which we've held, a number of investors already they've came in forth to say, look, we are willing to partner in realizing this university. And we think what we need now is, to package the business case and take it through, to the state and other legislative organs, so that they too are with us. And we think we've done a great work since the mayor has made this call during the State of the City address 6 months ago. And we now have a feasibility. We've consulted with various players in the field, and all what we've received is positive feedbacks. Yeah.
There's been a criticism that there's too much of a focus on university education, especially in South Africa, and TVET colleges and the like almost get left behind, but that's also a very important skill set, and perhaps it's an easier way to access education for the majority of South Africans. What's your comment, and are you going to take that into account when looking at this learning institution that's going to be built?
Yes, definitely. That is why we then said this must be a special university that is focusing on supporting our economy. You will know that the city of Ekurhuleni is the manufacturing hub of the country. In fact, we continue to play a critical role in manufacturing, in innovation, and so forth. So that is why we've specifically said the university that we must put together, it should be a university of applied sciences, it should be a university of engineering, it should be able to integrate the output that comes from our TVET colleges, because we also have a strong TVET colleges base, that those who are artisan, coming from our colleges, they should find it easy to be integrated into and eventually, contribute, because in the main, for us, we want to ensure that we respond to the fourth industrial revolution, which calls for us to build, innovative capabilities to support, modern economies. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, Dr. Xhakaza from Ekurhuleni